Hey, what's up, everybody? Christian Bueno here, Mr. Portuguese, and I just wanted to give you guys a little backstory on how I got into this career and my mindset moving forward with this job and how I got into this line of work. It all started as a plumber, I guess. That's not the first place I started, but getting into a trade. I mean, all my life, I was programmed to go to a good school, get a good job, put in your dues, pay your dues, put in your hours, and level up in a corporate job. And that sounded great, and I've seen people level up like that, and I've seen people do well in that scenario, and that's great. That's I'm not putting that down at all. It just wasn't for me, and that's why I'm here today to talk to you guys about where you are in your life, and the things that might be affecting your decisions and your hustle, and maybe you feel like you're meant for more. That's definitely what I felt like. So anyways, I ended up in a corporate job, and I was in there for 2 years, blue collar plumber. I was an apprentice, going to school and everything. I was literally in the trenches, and I started to act differently. My behavior changed a lot because I was surrounded by people I was not used to. I was in a construction environment, so a lot of people, their lifestyle was unfamiliar to me. So it changed my behavior. My environment changed. Your environment that you live in changes you and shapes you, and the longer you're there, the more conformed you become. So I was pretty I mean, the type of people I was hanging around with or associating myself with drank a lot, did drugs. They kind of, I wouldn't say they had little ambition. We wouldn't talk about very grand scale, big picture things like owning big businesses, or like very, very big dreams that I kind of still had an itch for. Because entrepreneurship is in my blood, thanks to my grandpa and his son, who both built swimming pool businesses on their back and survived the depression, and they paid their dues and put in the time and effort to learn their craft, master their skills, and build $1 million business. And that always stuck with me while I'm being put through this program, that I did take away some things from it. I did learn good craftsmanship and discipline in the trade, and be able to actually do plumbing. I mean, if anything were to go wrong with the house, gas, water, drainage, like I got it, so kudos for that. But that's not why I'm here today. Why I'm here today is to let you guys know that your superpower lies within your mind. It's within yourself. And when you try to search for it and grab outside circumstances and say, this is my purpose, or no, that's the girl I want, that's the job I want, that's the money I want to be making, like that's when you start to lose yourself as a person. You knew who you wanted to be from when you were a little kid, and that might have changed because people have put ideas into your head that this is how it should be, or this is what you should be doing, or this is where you should be working, or this is how much money you should be making, or they give you a false standard that messes with your internal mindset. And I found out that really helps. What really helps me to understand who I am is to eliminate everything. I mean, I'm not saying go and quit your job right now and then try and figure something out, but try to eliminate everything from your mind, and try and imagine that you had nothing else. If you have nothing, you have no job, you have nothing, no job, no money, no house, nothing. What would you do to build a life? Literally, like, you have a blank slate and you can do anything with it. What would you do? And a lot of people don't want to think of this or do this thought strategy because they're scared of the instability or instability of their life, what it would be like risking every day. You know, you're risking your health, risking your relationships. Like, there's a lot of risk that goes into thinking like this. But when I found that I did think like this, I was 100 times more happier. 100 times, not 10 times, not 20 times, 100 times. And I feel the power now surrounding me in all the decisions that I make. And this is hard for people to understand when they've been going through a corporate job for 5+ years. It's hard to understand. Or it might be easy to understand because they felt like they wanted out for a long time, but were forced to stay in due to the risk of instability. But let me just tell you from the other side, I'm not a super successful entrepreneur now, okay? I didn't just quit my job and now I'm successful and I'm making millions or thousands or hundreds even, right? I'm making money to get by. I'm making money to grow. I'm building a brand as I do it, and I'm marketing myself as I please because it makes me happy to share this side of the spectrum or of the fulcrum with you guys. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to know, because if we had more people like this, thinking like this, and spreading happiness and positivity, you know how much how much better our lives would be, instead of being greedy and stealing and chasing money and trying to chase fame and fortune, you know, instead of chasing help, community, family, relationships, bonding, right? Goodwill. Like, instead of chasing that and helping the community, how much better people would be, how much more you would get out of somebody's services or products. Like, how much better things would we provide? And there's examples of this out there, and you can see for yourself now because there's an internet. And so I was just talking to my father-in-law about this, and he was saying you should have been in the union, you should stay in the union, get your hours, because he did it his whole life too. Over 30 years, he was a carpenter for over 30 years. And he said, you should do it. And I said, no, I can't. And you can't, nobody can tell me why. I have my reasons why. And it's pretty deep to share, but maybe I'll save that for another video. But I have my reasons why. They're very deep, and I promise if I told you this, that you would say, oh, okay, never mind. Like, maybe you should try what you're trying and then go from there and fail. See? But once I do tell you that, and once I shut off that valve that your ideas cannot affect me, then your perspective kind of changes just a little bit, or you don't even care and you just allow me to do my thing. That is a huge thing that people need to realize, is that you're letting people's opinions affect your decisions, and that is the straight road to miserability. Miserableness, or complete sadness. Like, you're not gonna be happy, and it's gonna be shitty, and it's gonna be a terrible ride, I'm telling you. And you'll be stuck in your same, if you're not moving forward, if you're not progressing, you're stuck in a puddle and you're stagnant forever, and that's it. That's all you're gonna know. This is the only mindset you're gonna have, and it's gonna suck. Plain and simple. But if you choose, you have to make a choice to turn your mindset to what you don't know, and then go and learn more about what you don't know. That will make you, that will bring you the happiness. That will attract the happiness that you've been searching for. See, that's what I'm saying. It's inside of you already. You just need to learn what you don't know. And that's what a lot of people, now remember this now, when somebody is trying to tell you that they know best, that they know what's best for you, just remember, if you're smart enough to watch this video and tune into this and listen to this, then you are smart enough to make your own decisions. You are smart enough to know what is best for yourself. Okay? So when somebody tries to tell you, no, I know what's best, go and stay in this job and bust ass for 20 years, 30 years, and maybe you'll have a pension if the stock market doesn't crash. But it does. And maybe you'll have a truck one day, and you'll be able to, drive around and go and run jobs and stuff. And you'll be a boss, you'll be a manager. But that you're at a fixed income. You won't get bonuses. You won't get anything else. That's all you get, right? If they tell you that's what's best for you, then, and you let them believe that, then that's gonna happen to you, and you're gonna. It's a one-way road to despair, and that's what I want to share with you, is that your mindset matters the most. If like the people that are telling you that, they don't know any better, or they don't know, they don't know what they don't know. That's it. It's plain and simple. So they're gonna teach you what they do know, and they're gonna think you cannot let them influence you, because of what they know, because that's only what they know, and that's what's worked for them or didn't work for them. Because usually, sometimes people will steer you away from doing something because it didn't work for them. Like, doesn't make sense, right? So that's just something to think about when you are trying to make a career change, or you're trying to make a big decision, or you're struggling with something, you're struggling holding on to something, or you're just thinking about trying to like lose weight, or challenge yourself, some kind of big change in your life, and somebody is telling you, no, that's not the right way to do it, or you shouldn't do it like that. This is the better way. This is the safer route. You should go for this route. Just don't listen. Tune them out. Listen to yourself. Reflect. Journal. What I suggest is take a lap. As a kid, my coaches used to tell us to take a lap every time we did something wrong, or if you miss a layup, playing basketball. If you miss a layup, take a lap, because making layups are the most fundamental part of playing basketball. One of the most fundamental parts of playing basketball. And if you miss a layup, take a lap. And it's not to punish you, it is kind of, but it's to make you think about what you did and make you feel like, okay, I'm not ever gonna I'm not ever going to miss a layup again, because it's so easy and I don't want to be doing this extra lap. Right? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. That's how I got into this business, this line of work. Mr. Portuguese Horseshoes. My name is Christian Bueno, and if I can affect just one person out there, impact one of my 3 subscribers that are following me on YouTube, then by all means, I've done my job then, because because I really believe that if we can have more people thinking like this and in this mindset, that great things can happen and this world could really change. So if you like this content, please thumbs up for me. Right down below, leave a comment saying how this helped, or if you know anybody that could use this information, share it with them. And subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more business and mindset hacks coming up. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And have a good one, guys.